going to call this meeting of the executive official consult with county council on county manager appointments measure to order. And it's August 20, was it 25th at 1 o'clock?
26.
26th at 1:01. So first order of business is for us to appoint a chair or elect a chair.
I, by unanimous consent, would appoint Chuck Green to be chair.
I'll accept that, and we'll approve that by unanimous consent. So I am now chair.
Okay, thank you.
All right, next order of business is this kind of the scope of this subcommittee was to look at the county manager appointment and have a clause to ensure the that there would be consultation between the county council with the executive elected officials. And there's a second part that we had started off with, which would be that the county manager would consult with the executive electeds on changes in human resource policies. And I believe in our initial outreach, we do have interest in the executive electeds to move forward with some type of language that would require consultation between the county council and the executive electeds on before they appoint a new county manager. Also, that outreach seems to indicate that there is a lack of interest of the executive elected officials to move forward with anything that would require consultations between the county manager and the executive electeds on changes in human resources policies. Is that what you understand? Is that we
Yes.
would, so I would move at this point that we move forward with the consultation and county manager appointments and not move forward with the consultation on changes in HR policies.
I agree.
All right, that motion carries. Next, I'm going to share my screen and pull up our work plan as we've developed it. Do you have any comments on the work plan, Doug?
No, not at this time. I think it's ready to present to the commission September.
All right. Do I have a motion to move this forward so I can send this to the secretary to keep available for presentation at next week's meeting?
Yes. You have, I'll make a motion to that effect.
And I'll second, and that would imply a unanimous consent.
Yes.
All right. The last thing is we've started putting some initial language in, at least for a starting point. And that would be under section 3.2. This is just an initial stab based on our initial conversations with at least a couple of the executive electeds. I don't know how to strengthen this, and maybe that's where we go after next week's work plan approval. But do you have anything you want to add in there, Doug?
No. Actually, I think it speaks for itself. I don't know if there's much more to think about. I would suggest maybe putting in alphabetical order.
Oh, yes.
But other than that, I would also remove section 5.2 document, the draft document,
All right.
and whatever else is underneath that part. So we just only show section 3.2, the county manager. I think the rest of it will flow in the, we'll have to review the explanation and
Yeah, and actually, we don't need to do that unless we wanted to draft something and send it to Amanda when
well,
she
I
does it.
yeah, I thought we probably would be good idea to draft something. We could think about it. We've got some time to do it. Um, and but I think that's what explains the one sentence that we're adding to that section of the charter. I don't know if you charter really is more of a how how to govern document, and so it doesn't necessarily need to have an explanation in it. But I think the explanatory statement will be for future any other future discussions about this will be the point of what we need to um, refer to, but might want think about how we if there needs to be any further explanation. I know it's sort of limited because it's supposed to explain what the sentence means, um, but some somehow
I'm
the decisions
sticking in here. All right.
of the counselors have an impact on other elected officials in terms of their operations. And this is one area where you want communication to occur. There are other times where that the charter has tried to keep the executive branch and legislative branch separate out of the affairs. But uh, this is a key position in the county that manages the resources of the county, and other elected officials should be apprised of or be able to share their uh, needs and concerns to the counselors so they can take that in consideration when they're selecting their candidate or a county manager.
All right. Well, I will send this to you after we're done, just to kind of
Okay.
get. The other thing I think I'm going to need to do with this is, if I remember what Amanda had said when we start doing the actual amendment language, that she wanted to see the entire section in there. And
Okay.
I don't know if that's the entire section. I'll have to go back and take a look.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
I'll pull that up right now. Celebratory doorbell.
I think there's more. There's more to it. I haven't
Well,
already
let me see here.
see. Be section 1.
I'm going to stop sharing this. And here's the charter. There it is. I'll pull up. All right, so I will share that. So the entire section 3.2 has an A, and I think all we need to do is include A.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Well,
whatever
yeah,
Amanda.
because it's really, we're changing A, we're not doing anything with
Right,
B.
right.
But I
And
think we would just add, where did,
she has access to the
under
charter so
3
she can
point,
see the
I
rest
think
of
it
it.
was 3.2. Yeah, it's under 3.2
yes,
that we'd add.
yes.
All right, so I'll make sure that I add these other subsections to that language. And maybe I'll just do it now. Well,
When are the work plans were they due yesterday or today?
the 27th, so they're actually due tomorrow to
Okay.
Anthony to compile.
I have some more work plans to send out, so I need to do that. They're done. I just keep forgetting I need to send it to him.
All right, so I'm going to stop sharing the charter and then share the revision that I made.
Are you there? I think you're gone. Are you there?
Doug, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
I seem to be having some bandwidth issues, so I had to disconnect and reconnect. So
Okay.
I'm actually showing on here twice.
Yes.
Um, I'm going to share. All right, can you see the change?
Yes.
All right, so I guess that would be our starting point from here.
I what else to say? Except
Yeah, why don't I'll send
I
this
think we
after we're done and
yeah, I think we got it. That we I think are ready to rock and roll. It's
all
not
right.
rocket science.
All right, I think our work is done here. Now I can't seem to, well, let me stop sharing. Maybe I can pull up this. I'm going to stop recording unless you have anything else for the good of the
I
order.
nothing else. You ran a great meeting.
Oh, thank you. You were a good participant.